I'm Carolyn Casey, and I decided that it was time to motivate people to stand on the side of the road with a sign to promote Maori Wards. In 2021, the council organised public consultation about having a Maori ward. There were 900 submissions and 84% of them were in favour, and now the government has decided that we need to go back to having a poll, which is very unfortunate. Having a Maori ward is hugely advantageous to everybody in the community. Once they are elected and they're on the council, they are there to help and support the community as a whole, not just Maori. It helps us to establish good relationships with mana whenua, and it obviously is part of our obligation under the treaty.
Kia ora, my name is Tahiri Taute. I'm standing for the Cambridge Community Board. I'm here today in support of Maori Wards, which I think is going to benefit everyone, not just Cambridge, not just Te Awamutu, everyone, not just Māori. So, kia ora.
Jude Roberts.
And you're a Cambridge person, Jude?
Yes I am. I've been here, my husband's people have been here, birthed and raised here, and I've been here 60 odd years now.
And you feel strongly about the ward?
Yes I do. We haven't had Māori representation, and I think last time around our young people didn't know how to vote or where to vote, so it's really important this time we get them voting and we hold on to those Māori wards. Yeah, it is important.
Kia ora, my name's Yvonne Waho. I am going for the Māori ward seat. Dale Morgan and I are working together to vote for Māori wards. I work within our community in the Te Awamutu area and whakapapa to Maniaposo. And I'm really keen on ensuring that all of our whānau and non-whānau vote to keep Māori wards. Kia ora.
My name is Aroha. I just want to see us at the table, collaborating in the decision making.
And where are you from? Which part of the Waipa are you from?
I'm from here, from Kimiriti.
Anna Casey Cox, you're a Hamilton City Councillor.
Yes, I am, and I'm also proudly Carolyn's daughter who's organised this rally today in support of Māori Wards. Yeah.
And you're a one-term councillor. How has your first term been?
It's been quite challenging. I think there's been some, underinvestment in our infrastructure, and so councils are in a pretty challenging position to address that. And it has meant that we've had to increase rates significantly, and there's been a lot of concern and pushback on that particular issue. But and nobody goes on council with that intention. But unfortunately, that's just the reality of what we're in, and we've got to invest in our infrastructure for our future, and it's just a very necessary thing. So that's the reality. But I've learnt a lot, and I've always been an advocate for community on council and for all the things that make life good in our city and in our community. So, yeah.
And what's your thoughts on Māori Ward?
Absolutely support, and it goes back to our commitment to Te Tiriti o Waitangi and making sure that we work in partnership always with our Māori partners, with mana whenua, and they bring such, our Māori Ward people bring such a commitment to kotahitanga, to unity, and it's a different way of being and doing politics, and it's something we really need in Aotearoa, is that commitment to unity and working together. It's the only way that I can see that we can move forward positively.
How do you feel about the current political climate, the coalition's government attitudes towards all things Māori?
I think it's really sad, actually, because I think that we can do it differently, and I just don't understand it. I think it's it's just, and I don't think the majority of our community supports it either. I think actually the majority of people want to take a positive approach and a more relationship-based approach to moving forward together, and there's nothing to be scared of. So I think it's a fear-based thing, and it's just and nothing should be grounded in fear. We should ground ourselves in good values that are about trusting one another and believing that we can work together.
Why are you guys here today?
Because we believe in fairness, equity and social justice. This is just the most basic form of representation for an inclusive, wonderful Aotearoa that celebrates all its diversity, and Te Tiriti o Waitangi in particular. This is just absolutely fundamental to have a community of interest, which is mandated for local government, community of interest such as Māori being able to vote for people who represent their priorities at decision-making tables. But we have 6 yearly rep reviews. Māori wards are absolutely democratically established through our rep reviews, all of those things. Those are solid, robust democratic processes which are just being swept aside with this initiative. And the other thing is we get better outcomes. We get better outcomes for everybody. Māori share their perspectives, their knowledge, their wisdom around the land, the environment, and that goes into conversations that ends up with more long-term, better, environmentally sustainable outcomes for everybody. Māori wards work for the whole community.
Tēnā koe, I'm Dale Marie Morgan, and I'm one of the standing candidates for the Maori Ward for Waipa. And the reason why I'm standing again is because I represent 18% who haven't been at the table before. And I want to keep them there, because if we're talking about being collaborative and working well in our communities, that community needs representation, which is very much exactly like the rural wards. They don't want to be like the town urban wards. They're unique. They get a special voice. Well, it's not really a special voice. It's just determining that they are a community that need their own voice, just like Māori. I've heard the rhetoric where people say, what about the Germans? What about the Indians? Well, my tupuna signed an agreement to make sure that everybody could come and live in this land. And having Māori wards at the table is a small, tangible step towards that agreement that we have struggled to honour in this country. Having us at the table means that there is representation for all of our communities and not blocking them out. Together is better.
I'm not as eloquent as these lovely ladies here, but I'm the husband of the last person that you interviewed. So I'm not sure that I can be any more eloquent.
Tangata tiriti and tangata whenua working in harmony like we can do in Aotearoa. Here's the evidence.
My name's Juliet. I'm one of the ministers at the church over there on the corner. And for me, it's a justice issue. It's really important that we honour Te Tiriti o Waitangi, and I see this as part of partnership, having the Maori wards. And I also see that it's really important to ask our congregation to go out and vote. It's not for me to tell them how to vote, but it's for me to encourage people to go and exercise their right to be able to have a say in how we are governed, whether it's local or national.
Hi Beverly, and why have you turned out today?
Well, I felt it was really, really important. If you don't turn up, you can't say very much, but also we've got a great-grandson that's standing in for a Maori ward down in Rotorua. So really important that we support this, and particularly in Cambridge when it's a population that is very low in Maori numbers. And yeah, we need to support that. Yeah, and our whole family is part of that whole whānau now. Yeah, thank you.